YPG. NYC, we go hard. You heard? Represent, gotta represent. Represent, gotta represent. Praise his name, gotta praise his name. Make a change, time to make a change. Mask on, take the mask off. Mask on, take the mask off. Represent, gotta represent. Praise his name, time to make a change. Two's up, life is worth living. We're from partying to seeking the Holy Spirit. Out the pit, I live to testify. Not gonna lie, I fell a lot of times. Slept around, looking like a fool. Frustrated, didn't know what to do. Born sinner, living to repent. Imperfect, trying to be perfect. No grudges, keeping my peace. Stand tall, head lifted high. Guess what? I got a lot of enemies. So what? This is nothing new to me. Represent, gotta represent. Represent, gotta represent. Praise his name, gotta praise his name. Make a change, time to make a change. Mask on, take the mask off. Mask on, take the mask off. Represent, gotta represent. Praise his name, time to make a change.
Only place that I be is the YPG. Don't need attention from y'all long as God see me. The real me, not the fake one that y'all take on. These dudes still hating. Do y'all not take days off? I make y'all all run home like y'all play baseball. And worry about no other cause I know that they stay soft. You see, me and my amigo, we don't take days off. We stay aiming sky high like we said take off. Now oh me, oh my, quite a world that we living in. Instead of big smiles, it's depression that we living with. You see the worst of them when you search through the web. Instead of deserting the sinning, they encourage instead. Now break bread, let's build up more and break less. Keep these demons scared like they taking state tests. Cause they tactics cheaper than dealers and pay less. Had some heavy burdens, but God made it way less. Okay.
Represent, gotta represent. Represent, gotta represent. Praise his name, gotta praise his name. Make a change, time to make a change. Mask on, take the mask off. Mask on, take the mask off. Represent, gotta represent. Praise his name, time to make a change. Mask on, take the mask off. Mask on, take the mask off. Mask on, take the mask off. Past gone, never hold on.
Welcome to Life Worth Living. Right now it's 10:08 p.m. and yes, we are live here on our show straight from Miami, Florida. And I have Bruna here who's going to read our comments.
Hello, yeah.
I got Robert who's trying. He's really trying to play this guitar on the show. But as we all know, he will only show us his talent if we reach the magic number 5050. Yes, 50 is the magic number. If you want to be a part of our show, what can you do? You can right now log on to YouTube, Facebook, and share the link of the show because you're only a part of it if you have shared it, all right? I have right now Gabby Hernandez who just joined us, Robert, which is right here by my side. I have also Rebecca, and who else?
I have here Vivi Cuero, I have Luis Lopez from West Palm Beach, also Yami Martinez from YPG Apopka, and Robert right here saying that he needs 50 viewers to play and Moses will dance while he plays.
Wow.
Let's make this more interesting.
Ain't that the cherry on top? We also have a guest from New Jersey. YPG New Jersey is in the house tonight. And there are many other things. We're also going to be sharing you one tip of what you should not do during the 21 days, all right? It's a fail-safe program that we are having here so you can get the most out of the 21 days, so that this will not be just one more 3-week period of your life. All right? Right now we're going to go for a break. When we come back, I am going to be talking to Robert about his talent, how he discovered it, and you can also ask us questions live here on the show.
My name is Kimberly, and before coming to the youth group, I was struggling with anorexia, depression, self-harm, and insecurities. I realized that I needed help when I was 13 years old because I had attempted suicide and no one was there for me, and I felt really alone, and that's how I knew that I needed help. A girl invited me, and she had invited me to the dance group because I had been really interested in dance. So when I started going to the dance group, I had seen that the girls there were very supportive and they helped me. They were always there when I was going through something. And now, thanks to the youth group, I can say that I have peace. I overcame insecurities and depression. I'm no longer anorexic, and I don't cut myself anymore. What I like the most about the YPG is that they're always there for you and they never leave you behind. Even though it may seem as though no one is there for you, they all care for you and they're always willing to help you.
So right now, some of you are asking, what is he doing? You know, I'm doing what all of us should be doing.
Yeah, and
I'm
I'm
sharing the
right
link
now.
of the show. And it's something so easy that you can do as well. And why do we want you to share? Because we want people to know about these kind of stories that you just saw there. Yeah, these kind of stories that really inspire you. You know, there are certain people that they come across as an inspiration. Certain people that really say, hey, you know, if that person did it, I can do it too. So our testimonials are of young people who got out of drugs, of addictions, of gangs, and the list goes on. No, it's so many things that they have achieved, and if they did it, the same can happen to you. Now, Robert, let us go here to your side of the woods. What is the thing that made you start wanting to play?
Well, from the very beginning, I was never interested in music. I never really played an instrument. My brothers, they were always in bands, so everyone in the family played an instrument.
Your brothers play what?
My older brother plays the piano. My youngest brother plays the drums, and both of them also took band, so they both played trombone. So I felt left out. So I needed to pick up an instrument. So I decided to pick up guitar, but I wasn't really interested until I joined the YPG, and they encouraged me, like, yo, you're pretty good, you know. And then I started picking it up a little more, and
that's something that a lot of people, Bruno, they don't give the due credit to. It's like one small word of encouragement can do so much. Yeah. And also one small word of haterade is just gonna wash away all your I don't say emotion, but it will take all that drive that you have, say, man, I'm gonna do it, and say, no, I'm not really gonna do it anymore.
Yeah, and maybe that's the only thing you get from the people that you have in your school or in your family. You don't have this kind of encouragement. Nobody comes to you and say, oh, even if it's something small that you're doing, nobody comes to you and say, hey, no, keep doing it. You're pretty good. You can hurt someone something. I mean, so people are always like criticizing you, throwing the Gatorade.
Haterade. Speaking of which, and this kind of stuff, it doesn't discriminate. I was speaking to a very wise guy this week, and he told me one thing: tears have no color. That blew my mind. Because when a person gets hated on and get bullied and whatever, they don't care what kind of level of society. You could be rich, you could be white, black, Latino, you could be any kind of race, ethnicity, you can be from any kind of social level. It's gonna make you break on the inside, cry, and that really has no discrimination. So that's something that you have to watch out for, because you might be thinking, nah, I'm part of the popular guys, No, I'm the jock, I'm on the football team, or I'm this, or I'm that. There's gonna be some haterade there for you too. There's always going to be competition. There's always going to be something try to hold you down. That's why it's so important for you to put yourself, like you said, in the right environment, like Robert did, no coming and encouraging you. Did you get the haterade down here in the YPG?
No, I did not. As a matter of fact, I got lots of encouragement. They also pushed me to, like, I told them, no, this song's a little hard. They're like, no, do it. You know, you can do it. And they always encouraged me. For me, learning chords was the hardest part. So within time, the YPG helped me, and I started playing music, and I got one song down, then I got another song down, and from there on I picked up guitar.
So for those of you who don't know, this end of the month, at the end of February, the last Sunday of February, we're going to have a gigantic talent show. I'm talking about a statewide event where each YPG from the state of Florida is going to send out their one contender to go for the grand prize.
And you cannot be anyone. It has to be the best one.
Yeah, so you guys are going to battle it out inside of your branch to see which one is the best. The best one out of your branch will compete for the finals there here in Miami in our sports center. That's where it's going to be held. It's going to happen at the end of this month. All right, we're going to go for a break. When we come back from the break, we're going to talk to the guys in Jersey. Are they there on the line already? Yes? No? Yes? Okay, he's already on the line. What's his name? Denny. So Denny's on the line. He's going to talk to us about this topic that we're talking about this week, about the void, what he thinks or what generated the void inside of him. And he's also going to be talking about his YPG out there in New Jersey. All right, so the guys out there in Jersey, Garden State, let's come out here, let's represent, share the link of the show, and I want to hear your comments here on the show. Bruna, do you have any more?
I have here Ruby, but I was saying
this is biased. This is biased because Ruby, for those of you who don't know, is his sister. And she's blasting these comments with the 50 views.
Yeah, she's saying YPG a popka, and then let's go for 50 views. So Ruby, please, if you invite everyone from a popka to watch the show, and also the other youths you know, maybe you can reach 50 views and this guy can finally play, because he wants to play and Moses is crazy for dancing here for us. So we want to see that. So share the link of this video with your friends and let's reach these 50 viewers.
Hi, I'm Monique.
Hey, my name is Annabelle.
What's up? My name is Christian.
One word that can describe my life before I came to the YPG, it was terrible.
I used to steal a lot of stuff from stores, do stuff for my friends. I used to disobey my parents. I used to lie a lot.
I used to hang around bad influence, and that's why I used to have hatred against my parents.
I was disobedient to my mother as well. I had many constant fights with my brothers as well, so that built a lot of hatred and anger towards them as well.
And this all started because growing up, they used to always compare me to my sister, to do things like my sister. Each and everything that my sister did, they wanted me to do. So that made me grow hatred towards them because I was different. I was my own type of person. So I wanted them to realize that.
I was facing many insecurities as well. I had many bad grades at school. I had many love life problems too. Basically, I was going from different relationships and affecting myself, and it wasn't causing me to be happy as well.
I found out about the youth group because a friend of my sister, she used to come here, and she invited me and my sister, so we started coming.
It was always a lot of teenagers inviting me to come to the youth group, but I was rejecting it multiple times.
And while I was changing, of course, friends, they was my biggest distraction. So from there on, I used to get distracted with my friends and stuff like that.
So then I was like, you know what, let me just give it a chance or whatever. So I stayed for the first time on a Sunday, and it wasn't bad because it was you could be yourself.
It was kind of hard trying to get rid of my friends. But once I started to get rid of them, that's when everything started changing. That's when I started to see a change actually going in my life.
And following the steps that we're providing in the youth group, basically how to be a better youth. And that's what motivated me, because I knew that I had mad problems, but I didn't know how to overcome it.
No longer stealing from the stores. The friends I used to hang out with, we're no longer close anymore. Me and my mom is like this now.
The changes was the way I dressed. The changes was my attitude, and I don't curse anymore. and I actually started to like have respect for my parents.
I started smoking weed at the age of 14, and I don't smoke no more.
YPG to me is a family. It's something that helped me a lot change, grow.
Honestly, without the YPG, I would have been in this world right here.
Whenever we're all together, it's nothing but laughs and smiles, because at the end of the day, we all can just open up to each other, be ourselves. It's basically nothing can stop us from not being who we are.
Great stories here happening in the YPG. Can they please just bring my camera down so my neck, there we go. All right, so these stories are here to encourage you, to show you that if they did it, you can do it. And also at the end of the show here, we're gonna show you this clip about our help walk, which was something amazing that the guys out there in California, New York, we did it here as well, up north. It was something done throughout the whole United States, and it's something that we're not stopping. It's something we're just beginning, and it will go further. All right. I want to speak to the guys out there in New Jersey. Where are they? There we go. It's Danny.
Hello?
Danny.
Yes,
Danny, you're talking from where?
I'm talking from New Jersey.
All right. What part of New Jersey?
Newark.
Newark. All right.
Yes.
So how's YPG Newark there?
It's okay. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, I'm pretty sure your coordinator's gonna kill you after this one. But anyways, even though you're going out there.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to cut you off. I actually live in Newark, but I go to Union City though. I could stay in the church Union City.
Okay, so how's the YPG out there in your branch? If I'm not mistaken, it's your coordinator's Kenny?
I'm Danny.
Danny. No, but what's the name of your coordinator out there in Union City?
Pastor Kenneth.
All right, so send a big shout out to Pastor Kenneth for me and Marvin as well. He'll know what I'm talking about. Now, Danny, tell me a little bit about what you think that creates the void inside young people. What do you think that starts it? I know like they all have it, but what do you think that starts it?
I think what starts it basically is like, you know, people, like you search for so many, they search for so many like empty things. Like they go to like, you know, music, friends. They go to, even if they just get bad drugs, alcohol, that kind of stuff. They look for these things that really don't fill you. They only fill you in the meantime and everything. It'll fill you at first, but then at the end you'll be empty again. So I think that's the issue between you. Maybe you just like have that issue. It's because they go through everything that's maybe easier, you know?
All right, so I also want to open up the discussion to the guys watching us right now. If you want to tell us about what you think is the causer of the void inside young people nowadays, and I even got word that the what's it called from our producers here that unfortunately the suicide rate among teens has risen since the beginning of the year, and this is something that we can't stop all of it, but we can reduce it. And even if we reduce it one at a time, that's already amazing. That is monumental, and we can and we will do something about it. Bruno, do you have any comments of the people?
I have here Ruby Baraja saying, whoa, shout out for our YPG family in Newark, New Jersey. And I also have here Aiden saying, I never know how to pronounce his name, but he's saying YPG Miami. Finally, someone from Miami here, right? And Armando Zelaya saying West Palm Beach, and also Geraldo Morales saying YPG West Palm Beach. But one thing I want to comment about the void, I think everything starts, I mean, at least for me, it started with like a single thought, you know? One thought that I was not good enough, that I was never gonna be someone in life. And then, plus to that, family members with their words, or my friends with their words. So all of this, it started to create like something that I could not fulfill. I tried my best to impress. I tried my best to be, you know, the best that I could. And for me, I was never satisfied. It was there was a gap over there inside of me that I couldn't fill with anything.
But where did it start?
I mean, for me, it was like thoughts in my head. Of course, I had a very bad childhood. It was not like good memories. But when I realized that, you know, I have something missing inside of me, I was a teenager. And I was looking for, like, I wanted to please people. I wanted to please my friends. I want to be around them. You know, I wanted to be someone. And thoughts in my head, and then people talking about me and talking bad about me, everything built this insecurity, this void that I had inside of me. So for me, this is one of the reasons why young people, they have this void.
And if you are someone who is in that category, you realize, hey, no, something's missing and this thing is just getting worse, then look for the local YPG out there. Inbox us if you have any questions on where it is nearest to your house. Now, coming back to Danny here. Danny, did this ever happen to you? Did it ever dawn on you that there was something missing?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So what happened? When did you realize, hey, you know, there's a hole here in my soul. There's something that the other stuff is not filling. When did you realize that?
So what happened was this. So I've been actually in the church and youth group in general. I've been there for like around 8 years, but I've never like really taken the things of, you know, in the church serious. I've been getting youth group. I go and everything, but I wouldn't really get into it that much, you know. And I would go to like friendships. I would depend on like the most recent thing. I was actually in a very bad relationship with someone in the youth group and everything. And the thing is, it was one of those things like I was just trying to fill up. At the end of the day, it was like to fill a void because I knew something was missing, and I would think, oh, maybe it's my sentimental life. Oh, maybe it's my, you know, having a friend. Then I would also depend on like going to other friends outside of the church as well. That, you know, they would introduce me to things that I shouldn't be doing, like drugs, alcohol, that kind of stuff. And basically, it was like a search for those 8 years. It was a search for me to fill that void. But no matter what I did, I always felt empty. And it came to a breaking point a few months ago when I lost everything. And honestly, once I lost every single thing, I honestly considered suicide.
Now, when you say you considered it, did you attempt or no?
Basically, what it was, I was actually near a parking lot of a park, and there's this park here near Newark and everything, that there's a river right there. And I was actually inside of my car, and what I actually was planning on doing was to drive into the river, in other words.
Wow.
And I basically had that my plan was to do that. And so I had the car ready, and it was on and everything. And that was actually my plan to do.
But you didn't run it up or get close to it, but it was something that you were seriously contemplating on doing.
Yes.
All right.
Exactly.
Was that the only time that you came that close, or were there other things where with knives, pills, other?
Yeah, before that, I actually had 2 times. Before that one, which was a few months ago, a few years ago, I also had a time where I did also plan as well with I basically was planning on cutting both of my wrists, and I was actually in the side of the tub and everything. And basically what I was going to do is I was going to turn on the shower and let the water run, and just me stay in there, in other words, just cut my wrist and just stay there.
So you really took this to an extreme. You weren't joking around with whole suicide thoughts and things of that sort, all because you had that void inside of you, right? Now, what role did the YPG have in you finding that fulfillment? Because I believe things are different now, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, a few months ago, that was the whole thing with the car. And I actually went to another church and everything, of the university church and everything, and I went to the youth group, and I started, actually participating in it. And in the youth group, I found, people actually, friends that actually cared about me. Not just friends they want to please you, make you happy. No, these people are actually here to help me, to actually better myself, and to give a positive impact on me. So I started taking everything into consideration. I started participating in the services and everything, and yeah, that's what I basically said.
So, what's the difference between you now and the guy a couple of months ago inside the car?
I have no void at all. I'm completely, I'm full of life, you know. And actually, this Friday that passed, I actually had my encounter with God.
So now I wouldn't say the hole is patched. The hole is filled, right?
Yes, very much so.
Before it was just looking for that temporary high or that momentary pleasure, but now the search is over. You found what you were looking for, right?
Exactly. I feel it's not a temporary, it's a constant. And no matter what comes to play in life, any issues, anything, I'm good. Obviously, I'm human. I'm gonna at first go oh my gosh, I don't want to go through this. But at the end of the day, I have a positive outlook. I'm happy. I'm fulfilled. In other words.
All right. So, Danny, thank you very much for your story. And for all those watching us out there from the Garden State of New Jersey, especially if you live out there in Union City, we have our address down there, and you can find out. Actually, Sundays at 1 o'clock, and Pastor Kenny is going to be out there for all of you. He's our coordinator for the YPG in New Jersey. We have any comments?
Yeah, I have a very interesting comment here from Juan Manuel saying, a void is created when you lose the sense of knowing what is right and wrong for you. So that's something very deep.
Yeah, some deep stuff happening here on Life Worth Living. But deeper still is the fact that you still have not played this instrument.
Yeah.
This is beyond me. Why? I think they're protesting. I'm going to have a sign made for you tomorrow and say, fight for the 50. Fight for the 50, all right? So, hashtag fight for the 50. Let's make this thing come true, okay? I'm going to finish the show right now, but don't forget that we'll be back tomorrow. And I'm going to close with the number 2 thing for you not to do when you are seeking the Holy Spirit. The guy who's in the video is surprisingly familiar. All right? So don't be, it's if any similarities are just mere coincidences. It's not what you think it is, but that's what we are going to be finishing our show with. Now, the last thing that I want all of you to bear in mind is this, and I want you to pay very close attention to what I have to say. People will disappoint you, but Jesus will never disappoint you. So when looking for someone to follow, someone to admire, someone to become, look only to Jesus. Because every now and again we get sidetracked with some people who we really say, you know what? No, I wish I could be like that, or man, I hope one day I can reach his level. No, and then you're thinking that is the only way that you will find success, and that's wrong. Don't mirror your success upon the success of other mere humans. Mirror your success on Jesus, and you will never ever be misguided, disappointed, or even in a slightest way feeling, man, I don't think this is enough. When you put your eyes on that, when you want to get on that level, then no, sky's the limit. So you want to not be disappointed. You don't want to not get your hopes up so it gets shot down. Put your eyes where they belong and only focus on that. Make these 21 days the best 21 days of your life. Okay? We leave you now, but we'll be back tomorrow with more Life Worth Living.
Number 2, do not whisper while you are seeking the Holy Spirit. When you talk to God, you must give it your best. Go all out. Don't worry about who is next to you, and don't be lazy. It is true that you don't have to shout at the top of your lungs, but whispering and not adding all your strength will not